What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get right into it as always. Guys, there's a difference between listening to something and hearing something. When you hear something, you're not necessarily listening to something because there's all sorts of auditory phenomena going on around in your periphery of your consciousness. You always hear noises, but you don't listen to them. You don't pay them any mind because you're focused on something else at hand. Obviously, if the noise is distracting, you will listen to it. But in this case, in this context, what I'm talking about hearing but not listening is hearing information or reading information but not really understanding the value and the deeper meaning behind it. For example, if I use meditation as an example, you can read about the benefits of meditation. You can learn all about it. But the thing is, if you're just skimming over it, you're just gonna say, whatever. It's probably not as good as they're saying. They're just hyping it up. Like it's your cognitive biases because you think, oh man, meditation is bullshit. I don't want to meditate. I don't want to just sit down in a room and just do nothing. That's boring. That's boring. That's your modern hyperstimulated brain giving you those types of thoughts. Now, guys, I can tell you from experience that when you meditate, there's just so many benefits. There's so many studies and literature that you can look up. The benefits to it are just seemingly endless. It literally changes the amount of gray matter in certain parts of your brain. It gives you more gray matter in certain parts of your brain, and more gray matter means more brain power in those areas, particularly in the areas of self awareness and self control, which obviously helps with your focus and willpower slash attention focusing greatly. So it's invaluable because of those two things. Like you become more aware of your place in society and in your environment. You become more conscious of it because obviously your actions, your best actions at a certain course in time are, you always have actions which are going to be better than your other alternative options for certain actions at any given point in time. And if you have more self-awareness, then you're going to have an easier time making the correct decisions at any given point in time. Anyways, when somebody's reading about the benefits of something like meditation or getting enough sleep or anything like that, it's easy to write it off. Or if they're hearing about it, it's easy to write it off and not truly listen to the wisdom of people who have actually participated in taking the time and effort to incorporate those habits into their lifestyle. And it's very difficult to understand and appreciate the value of these types of habits unless you've actually experienced the value of them. Because once you experience it, there's no going back anymore. Like, once you know what it's like to have meditated consistently and you see and you feel and you notice all the change, the positive changes, the benefits that you gain from it in your life, there's no way that you want to go back to not meditating. Of course, we're all going to have times where we slip up and life's too busy and then we don't make time for it anymore. It's bound to happen because we're not perfect. But truly, you'll come back to it. At some point, you're going to think, oh man, I felt really great when I was meditating. Maybe I should start meditating again. Yeah, I definitely should start meditating again. And then you do. And then you do, guys. And then once you have financial freedom and this sort of thing, obviously you're going to keep incorporating these types of things once you're actually living on your own schedule and these types of things. I can't wait till I reach that point. And then another good example of this is getting enough sleep. Once you're getting 8 or more hours of sleep every night, there's no way you would want to go back down to 6 hours or less. Because when you do that, you just feel horrible in every single way. your whole quality of life is negatively affected by a difference of 2 hours of sleep. From 8 hours to 6 hours, your whole day's quality of life is going to be different. When you have more sleep, when you have 8 hours plus of sleep, you have sharper mental focus, you make less mistakes, you make better decisions, you have more willpower, you just feel better, you enjoy your life more. You may think that you're saving time and that you're being productive by cutting your sleep in order to tell yourself that you're getting some extra work done. But the truth of the matter is that it's most of the time it's not worth it. Sometimes it's worth it in certain situations. But as a general rule, it's not worth it because you're going to be more productive in the long run by getting that 8 hours plus of sleep. Anyways, guys, basically the message I'm saying here is that you can hear something, but that doesn't mean you necessarily listen to it. You can read something, that you can go ahead and read it. You can understand what each individual word means, but that doesn't mean you understand the message as a whole. So with these keystone habits, such as exercise, meditation, sleeping well, etc., etc., you can read about the benefits. But until you experience it, you don't really understand. So all I can say is that you should get on that. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. Stay well.